Having just completed another tax year end, I'm always amazed at just how last minute a lot of people's tax planning can be. There's always that sudden rush towards the end of the tax year with everyone trying to squeeze in every last tax allowance they can. And one of those tax allowances that is really important is the ISA allowance. Now, often people will leave making use of their full ISA allowance until the end of the tax year, just in case they need the money beforehand. If this is you, you might want to consider something called a flexible ISA. So in this video, I'm going to run through what a flexible ISA is and how you can use it to start your tax planning at the start of the tax year. And stay tuned to the end of the video because there's a really nifty little trick that you can do with flexible ISAs. My name's Carl Roberts and I'm a regulated financial advisor and chartered financial planner. Welcome to the channel. In these videos, I'm trying to get across messages and help and guidance to get people to find true financial independence and build enough wealth so you can really enjoy your life. So what is a flexible ISA? Well, before we go into this, let's just remind ourselves what a normal ISA is. So an ISA account will allow you to add £20,000 a year into an ISA. Now there's two main types of ISA. You've got a cash ISA, which is money you save with a bank, or you've got a stocks and shares ISA, which is money you're going to invest using a broker account into stocks and shares. Now, interest earned, dividends earned, or gains made inside an ISA are all tax-free, making it a really important tool to use with your financial planning. Now, with a normal ISA, you can add £20,000 a year. If you withdraw from a normal ISA, the money you withdraw loses its ISA status and you can't put that money back in unless you've got some ISA allowance available. Now with a flexible ISA, you can withdraw money from the ISA and still put that money back in without it impacting your normal ISA allowance. So for example, if you'd previously saved £50,000 into an ISA over the previous tax years, and now you wanted to withdraw £10,000 from that ISA, with a normal ISA, you would only be able to put back in the normal £20,000 ISA allowance. But with a flexible ISA, you would still be able to contribute your normal £20,000 allowance and put back in the £10,000 you had withdrawn, as long as you did it in the same tax year as the withdrawal. So flexible ISAs are a really great way of keeping more of your money tax-free protected. Before flexible ISAs came along, any large withdrawals from ISAs would lose their tax-free status. Now the flexible ISA features can apply to a cash ISA or a stocks and shares ISA, but they can't be used with a junior ISA or a lifetime ISA. And not every provider will offer a flexible ISA, so you need to check with your provider. Here are some of the banks that are offering flexible ISA features. So you see we've got some of the main bank providers on the list here. And here are some of the broker accounts that will offer a flexible stocks and shares ISA. So really, really important that you check with your ISA provider before doing any withdrawals to make sure that they offer the flexible ISA status. And if you do make a withdrawal from a flexible ISA, you have to put it back into the same ISA. So you can't make a withdrawal from a flexible ISA and then put it into a different ISA. It has to be the same ISA you took the money out of, and you have to do it in the same tax year. Now, some providers that offer flexible ISAs may still charge you penalties for taking money out of their account, particularly if you've secured a good fixed interest rate. And others might limit you to a number of withdrawals per year. So do check all the features of any flexible ISA that you're going to use. So a flexible ISA can be a great way of doing some really good tax planning. If you're someone that usually waits to the end of the year to do your ISA because you're worried about needing access to the money beforehand, you don't need to worry anymore. You can do your ISA at the start of the year and take out the money if you need to, if you've got a flexible ISA. It's also a really great way to help out your family, because say your child or your partner needs some cash now and you know they're going to be able to pay you back before the end of the tax year, you could use your flexible ISA to lend them the money. Also, if you're a high income earner, it's always better to get any interest dividends that you're earning as tax free as quick as possible. So doing your ISA right at the start of the tax year is going to ensure all this interest and dividends that you earn are tax free. Also, if you're invested in a stocks and shares ISA, it's always better to invest money as soon as possible, because the longer money is invested in the market, the more chance it has of longer term gains. There's that famous quote that says it's time in the market that counts, not trying to time the market. And it also means you can start accruing and building up those dividends sooner rather than later. Now, quite often it's the case that non-ISA savings accounts offer better interest rates than cash ISAs. So one nifty way of using a flexible cash ISA could be to withdraw the money from your flexible cash ISA at the start of the tax year and then place that money in a higher interest savings account. And then make sure you put the money back into your flexible cash ISA before the end of the tax year. Now, of course, it will depend on your tax position as to whether you'll be better off doing this. But remember, you can earn up to £1,000 worth of interest tax-free using the personal savings allowance if you're a basic rate taxpayer, or £500 if you're a higher rate taxpayer. Now, a flexible ISA could also be really useful when it comes to your pension planning. Now, if you know that you're due some money later on in the tax year, perhaps through an inheritance or a bonus you know you're going to get through work, you might want to use money in your flexible ISA allowance now to get it invested into a pension sooner rather than later and take advantage of that pension tax relief. Because remember, a personal pension contribution will get topped up automatically by basic rate tax relief. So an £8,000 pension contribution will turn into £10,000. So if you use your money from your flexible ISA to make that pension contribution now, that's money that's going to start earning or invested and start earning much quicker inside your pension at the start of the tax year rather than at the end. And obviously then once you get the bonus or the inheritance, you can then top your flexible ISA back up. So the main message here is that the flexible ISA is a really useful tax planning tool. So I urge you to contact your providers, find out what you've got, and have a look at the flexible ISA. I hope you found this video useful. Please do all your own research and due diligence on the products that you wish to save and invest in. Please don't forget to subscribe to the channel, because there's lots more videos coming soon with different topics to do with financial independence, wealth building, and protecting your money. See you soon.